getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Pull out the stopper, let's have a whopper, but get me to the church on time.
Hello and welcome to the Unstoppable Joy Podcast. I'm your host, Kathryn McAdam, and I'm here with my new husband, Joe McAdam, and we are going to be talking about what we went through this weekend and the fun that we had, and we're going to talk about identity and knowing who you are. So pull up a chair, grab your favorite beverage, and let's get started. So Joe,
yes,
how does it feel to be a married man?
I'm a very fortunate person, very fortunate guy to marry a woman like you.
Aw, I feel exactly the same way, but not a man. We had so much fun this weekend, and it's been kind of a whirlwind, and we decided to stay another day in Traverse City and enjoy being by the water and hanging out in town, and kind of hear some boats going by here and the waves crashing a little bit here, and we are enjoying the bay here in Traverse City. But yeah, so our weekend started on Friday, which the girls and I went out to my sister's flower farm in Alden, Michigan, the Old Glory Flower Farm, and we all made our own bouquets, which was pretty awesome. Sarah did a lot of work on mine, and mine was pretty much done by the time I got there, but making all the bouquets for the tables and for all the bridesmaids, it was pretty awesome. And they had a little bit of a bridal party for a shower for me, and that was a blessing. And then we went right from there basically to the rehearsal, and from the rehearsal to rehearsal dinner, and from rehearsal dinner to where'd we go?
Ball game.
Yep, ball game. Went to the Pit Spitters game. And who threw the first pitch?
Well, I did, and I was a little nervous about it, but it all worked out well, through close to a strike. But all my groomsmen were trying to heckle me and have a good time, so it was really neat.
Yeah, Joe thought he was going to have some warm-up.
No warm-up pitches, and I had my cousin said, he goes, you know what? He goes, I got $200, says Joe. Joe doesn't get it to the plate, so they were all kind of betting against me. Great guys.
Yeah, so then we, next day, we started out with, I went to get my makeup done with my daughter Naomi, and then headed to the venue, and we almost had a wedding catastrophe because we almost forgot to pick up the keg.
Yeah, right.
So Joe went over and got that,
Not the cake, the keg.
The keg, yeah. So, and the cake was beautiful.
Yes.
Sammy from What's a Dream Cake made my cake, and it was absolutely gorgeous. We'll be posting pictures online of that. And Bobby Miller, my longtime minister and dear friend, was the one that officiated the wedding, and she did an amazing job, and everyone looked so beautiful in their dresses, and the guys looked so handsome in their suits. And you want to talk about what you got your guys?
Yeah, my groomsmen's gift, one of the things I got for him was a miniature bobblehead of each of the groomsmen, and I got one of you and I, and they loved them. They were having fun with them, and they all turned into like little 8-year-olds or doing all sorts of fun things with their little bobbleheads, and it was a great time. It was well worth getting those just to see all the things and have some fun.
Yeah, it was kind of a challenge to get those because we had to send in a really good picture of all of them, and they, obviously they couldn't be wearing sunglasses or hats, and so much of what we have pictures of them is us or Joe out with them with their sunglasses on or at games and that sort of thing. So it was a little nerve-wracking, and we weren't sure if they were going to get here in time, but we were glad that they did, and they seem to be a big hit. So we'll have to also post pictures about that. And then the ceremony was beautiful, I thought, and we had so much fun afterwards, dancing.
Going down when we started out, it was at the top floor, And the guys and I walked down all the way down the four flights of stairs. People were on the stairs. We're giving them hugs, giving them high fives, and it was fun going down to see everybody because they didn't expect that, so that was cool.
Yeah. Yep, and then the girls and I, we were on the 3rd floor, and we caught an elevator down to the bottom floor and walked out, and my sons gave me away, and Joe came across the bridge and got me, and it was just a beautiful day. And so blessed, so blessed.
Pastor Bobby did an amazing job. She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, and my favorite part was looking up at everybody.
She had everybody say I do.
Yeah.
If they all agreed that we should get married, and everybody said I do, and she had them raise their hands and get excited. It was cool.
Yeah, so it was basically they were promising to support us in our journey, and that's just awesome to have so many people, friends and family, just be supportive of us in our lives together, and encouraging us to in thick and thin to stay the course. And anyway, what an awesome venue, awesome time. And man, I just feel so blessed to have Joe as my husband, and the grooms, their best man speech, and my daughter Hexel gave an awesome speech. It was really funny. And my daughter Naomi gave a speech. She was the maid of honor, and just so touching. And I can't tell you, I just feel my cup is full. I feel so blessed. My kids are just amazing, and to have Joe now be a part of our lives, and my kids embracing him as a stepdad. And of course Rusty, the red-headed stepdog, had to make an appearance. So
He did. Yeah, that was awesome.
So we'll have to make sure we have pictures about that too. But yeah. So any other thoughts, Joe, on the day? And
it was awesome to have all the people. We always said we were worried about who to invite, if we got everybody, if we forgot people, and it was just. Then we finally kept saying to ourselves, if the people that are meant to be there will be there. Mm-hmm. And it was so amazing to see different sides of my family coming together, your family, and then the whole group of all our family and friends coming together and meeting each other, and just really getting to know each other, and good people meeting good people. And I just loved it. I thought it was awesome. Mm-hmm. And we had a tribute artist, a friend of ours. He's a Tim McGraw tribute artist, and his name's Lee Kreitz. He sang a couple songs for us, and that was really cool.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yep. And then I don't know, everybody just blended together, had a great time. It was the whole plan came together.
I love so I had three of my sisters were in the wedding as bridesmaids, and then my daughter-in-law Alyssa, and then of course my daughter Naomi were also in the wedding, and they were all just so beautiful, and they were so helpful, my gosh, with everything. And then my brother was actually our DJ, which was so much fun.
Right.
He is such a character, and I absolutely adore him, and it was just fun to have him be a part of that too. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about is that you did that just really blessed me yesterday. And that was right after we did the first look. So we decided that I would, just because we know we were going to be emotional during the service, we wanted to do a first look. And so Joe waited for me, and I kind of came down some stairs and tapped him on the shoulder, and he turned around, and of course he was gushing.
Definitely.
And
looks so beautiful.
Aw. Oh my gosh, it was just so surreal the whole day. But
said a nice little prayer there.
Yeah, that was just so amazing to me. So Joe says, he just says, you want to say a prayer? Right after he saw me, and he just, we just prayed, and he just blessed our marriage and blessed our journey, and
family.
It was just such an incredible moment yesterday. The other thing I loved about yesterday was our vows. I just thought they were so cool. Part part of the things that we've been learning this last year, and some of the things that I put on the podcast were about the blessing. And I wanted to incorporate that into our vows, or we did. And so we worked on those, and one of the things that we said was, I bless our journey. I bless our marriage, and to use that as those words as our vow, as part of our vows. And I'll even probably post our vows because I think it's pretty cool what we had to say. Right. One of the things was saying that I joyfully receive you into my life, and that it was just kind of where Joe lost. So yeah, it was just so powerful to speak that blessing, and then to after we say our vows and everything, we go up to the top floor, and we had our reception there, and to have everybody like speaking such kind and loving words, and the excitement of everyone to have us two, our lives united, and basically our worlds colliding as a Seinfeld episode of, worlds colliding, like George said. And it was just surreal and just amazing to have everyone there, and so excited for us, and so encouraging, and what a blessing. What an absolute blessing. Like I said, my cup is just overflowing.
Definitely.
So where do we go from here? We are doing some kind of shifting with our business and Unstoppable Joy, and I have a book that's coming out next year. I'm going to be part of a Joyful Entrepreneurs Book 2.
Like a faith and business type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that will be coming out next year. But I've been working on this for a while. I'm still working on my story, and just talking about the things that I have encountered, the things that God has got me through, and just how I found my way to unstoppable joy. So as we embark on this new journey and this new part of our lives, identity is just huge. And now I'm going to be changing my name, and I am going from a single woman to a married woman, and Joe is now a stepdad, which is a new role for him, and husband.
Yeah, I added a lot to my plate right there.
So we are working on shifting basically who we are and what we're doing, and
yeah, we're no longer separate individuals. We're one, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we still have our own identities, but we also have together.
Mm-hmm.
That we're brand new.
Pretty noisy where we were, and so we decided to take it to another place, and we're actually driving now. We're going up to stop at home first and regroup, and then head to Mackinac Island with actually Julie Hexel and Jason Hexel. We're excited to spend some time with them, and then go on from there on our own. But I wanted to just kind of make a few comments here. Joe's here.
Hello.
I don't know if you recognize the song that we played at the beginning of this podcast, but it is from My Fair Lady, which is one of my absolute favorite musicals.
Trying to get me to watch it forever. After playing that song the day of our wedding, it was pretty funny song, so we might have to give that a shot. That was cool.
Yeah, so I'm a pretty big dork. I like musicals and music. So I actually had Joe listen to that song the morning of our wedding.
And the guy's going out with his friends the night before. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the guy's going out with his friends the night before and saying, "Get me to the church on time." So yeah, it's just kind of goofy. But yeah, so that movie is part of the reason that I named my dog Henry. So I have a Jack Russell, and his name is Henry Higgins, and that's from My Fair Lady. But anyway, just wanted to make a few more comments and just say thank you to everyone that was able to come to the wedding, and those that were instrumental in getting us there and shaping our lives and supporting us from afar and from near. And we just want to just express our love and gratitude to everyone who made our day special. And for all of you that are liking, commenting, and just enjoying the pictures that we're posting online now, and just all the encouragement that we've had from so many people.
I want to thank our moms, too.
Yeah.
Both of our moms have passed, and they were a huge influence in our life. And it was very difficult. My mom was like my best friend, and we worked together for 25 years. We lived next to each other. She passed away way too young, and Kathryn's mom passed away way too young. And we just loved them, missed them, and wanted everybody to know how much they meant to us in our lives.
Yeah. Well, we'll wrap this up. We hope that you enjoyed this episode and had a few laughs along the way.
Yep, she's slowly tricking me into getting on more of these episodes. It's been pretty fun. I'm losing my anxiety a little bit. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week. Be blessed.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you again for listening to us ramble about our wedding day and that weekend, and wanted to apologize for the sound quality. I know we were sitting outside and then things got really noisy and there were sirens going off, and so we decided to do it on the road. And I just appreciate your patience with us, as this is a moving target here, but wanted to again thank you for listening. And if you want to learn more about Unstoppable Joy, head on over to the Unstoppable Joy podcast website, and that is at unstoppable-joy.com. Hope to see you there.